Hello guys, I grabbed this car for 500 bucks. It's a Acura EL 2001. So it's basically a Honda Civic 2001 but with a Acura badge on it and some leather seats and everything. It's also 1.7 VTEC. So it's basically I would say a SI but with leather. That's about it. And there was some leaks in the brake lines, I believe, from the master cylinder. From the brake master cylinder right here, these two, back to the ABS module right here. I hope it's that leak because it's not leaking anymore. Last time I refilled the brake fluid and after one night it was already all gone, so I guess it's already fixed. What else? Both front bearings are finished, so I went to the scrapyard and grabbed two spindles with hub. 20 bucks each. I also grabbed a control arm because this bushing right here is finished. It is a common problem on the Honda Civics. The caliper has been hanged with a bungee cord, so everything's okay. If you guys are doing the sway bars bushing right here, it's just don't bother it, just cut it like I did right here. See, this one is finished anyways, so might as well just cut it and do it another day. As long as the car works, the front sway bars are not that important. Bearings, well, the bearings were finished. I shook the wheels and they're interior clunk. This one's completely shot. That's crazy. Okay, yeah. So I went to the scrapyard. I grabbed two spindles. I just changed the ball joint for a brand new one right here. The bearing seems to be fine right on this one and this one as well. The only bad thing is both are missing the brake dust shield. The ball joint that came with this spindle seems to be okay. No rips yet. Should be fine for a while. And the bearing is also fine. This is a ball joint that I pressed out. So I had to, when you work on the ball joints for the Honda Civics, it's just better for you to cut the half of the ball joint, so you only have to only this part right here, and then you use the tool here to press out the ball joint with a combination of different things. And in order to separate the ball joint from the spindle, not the spindle but from the control arm, you must have this tool right here. So basically what you do, it is very well known for Honda Civics, Audi and Benz. So this what it does is, see, kinds of push right here. It pushes the ball joint from the control arm, because the control arm is like here, and it forces the ball joint to be freed from the control arm. So like I said, I also picked up a control arm for 20 bucks. So every part is basically 20 bucks right here, except the brake lines, which I got for 5 bucks for two. I painted it. I know it won't last, but at least it shows that I have changed the part for something else. So yeah, it's a small project for me to work on. I also have some 200 bucks wheels. Tires are okay, but there's a curb right here. Hopefully it won't shake. So this is basically a very budget daily drive car rebuild. So I just wanted to quickly show you guys. So this is the reason why I wanted to grab a control arm used. Look at this. The control arm bushing is just out of it, and from here it's supposed to be wraparound rubber. So I believe it's been knocking on this part right here to here for quite a while, because these two parts here are metal and these two are rubbers. This is supposed to be inside. It's a good thing I grabbed the control arm and I took everything out, so because the ball joint is shot anyways, so I don't have to waste time. I believe the bearing also was finished. Okay, I can't even spin it. Let me just try to spin it. Wow. That's how bad it is. I can't even spin it. What the heck? So that's what a bad bearing does, is you're no longer able to spin it. And we can hear a vibration. So it's definitely finished. Okay, so I also had a chance to change my muffler. As you can see, it burst out and it broke off from the exhaust. And I just went to the scrapyard and picked up a like new or a good condition muffler right here, OEM, and I cut it so it matches this part right here. The funny thing is, the previous owner, he didn't make a flange, so there was no bolt in between the muffler and the resonator right here. So you can see it welded instead. I guess the previous owner was, you know, tired, or he didn't, you know, want a flange. So luckily this is not a OEM pipe, and the OEM pipe from this one went straight into this one. So I used a hammer to hit it, and I bought this, you know, this is called exhaust clamp. 1 3/3 inches. Okay, next, and voila, I clamped it along together, and this is kind of exhaust cement. It's some kind of glue. It's supposed to dry out and seal properly, but anyways, now it's properly fixed, so there's no more, you know, crazy sound of this car. Yay! Another cheap fix. Really proud of it. So you guys, this is what happens if you never change the clutch fluid on the on your beater. The fluid is, you know, black completely. This is supposed to be transparent. So I flushed 2 bottles like this. This is a $2 self bleeder. Just the way you bleed the Honda Civic. Well, this is a Acura EL, it's the same car. Is you have the sleeve cylinder right here, and this is a 8 millimeter. Sorry. And then it's like it's just like the brakes. You know, you bleed. You open the valve, but first you plug this hose into the hole, and then you open the valve. Stupid focus. So first you plug this hose right here into this part here, and then you open the valve with a 8 millimeter ratchet. So this is a self bleeder, so you just leave it open, and the fluid is gonna drain from here. And make sure you always check it. See, now it's clear now. It used to be black. So this is good. We're good to go. The reason why I was doing this is because the clutch pedal was starting to be very stiff. So I just tried this out, and we're gonna find out eventually if this worked out or not. So this is a self bleeder. You can step on the clutch pedal, or you can just leave it gravity bleed itself. And then after you're done, well, you just close the 8 millimeter, and voila, your flush is done. Wait till your reservoir is clear on this one here, and then that's it. I also bled the brakes fluid. Now it's completely clean as well on this beater right here. Alright, so I'm working on my Honda Civic, actually Honda Acura EL 2001 again. Yesterday I changed the control arms, 1 control arm, 2 spindle with good bearing, the muffler as well. Also realized that the trunk latch doesn't work. I went to the scrapyard, grabbed a working cable, ran all the way toward the back, The previous owner actually removed all the trims and he was ready to do it, but he never got a chance, I guess. And now it has a working fuel gas door. And the previous one didn't work. See, the pin right here is broken. This is the previous one. Also a common problem on the Honda Civics. On the Civics 7th generation. See, it's rusted out here. So when you're trying to pull for the fuel door, or the trunk release, it doesn't work because it's jammed right here. This is where it goes in front of the beside the driver's seat. Yeah, this was $5. And then all the trims you can see here was in the trunk. I passed through all the cables and I'm about to do it for the trunk. Hopefully it's gonna work. And also I went to the scrapyard, grabbed two new brakes pads. The brake pads were almost new. I was surprised. About $6 a pair. Also grabbed a new caliper, not new caliper, but I used caliper. The other one was jammed, so after a like 15 minutes drive, I would feel the wheel, and you would feel it's very hot, and you can spray some water on it, and you're gonna see the rotors and the disc. It's gonna, right away, kind of the water's gonna disappear right away.
Round and round we go, losing self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run.